Hi, beautiful roses. I'm Rosie, a psychic medium. On this channel, roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the frequencies I see, not just riding the waves like some people do. If that's something you can connect with and appreciate, keep watching. Someone coming in and basically paying you for your services, and then Page of Grange just popped up, who is a worker, and she seems very excited to be paid for her services. So that's what I feel like is this energy is moving towards. When it comes to your material and financial abundance, that your patience is paying off, because you might have waited a long time for this, and now it's just like, of course we'll pay you, because it seems like somebody might have been working with no pay at all, and now all of a sudden there's no way I will let you do what you're doing without getting paid, because you're doing something really valuable. And it shows. Then you have King of Grains. So this could be someone with a lot of money who is coming in to pay for your services. When I say a lot of money, it's like he has the money to spend on you. But it's okay. It's not. I don't feel like this is a romantic thing. I feel like it's all business. Like he has a certain budget to spend on something that a service that you provide, or a product that you provide, or you're selling. So that's the vibe I'm getting. Like it's all business, and you don't even have to think twice about it. It's like how much do you charge? I need 20 pounds of that. That's the vibe. By this date at this location, there's so much more to the business than am I going to get paid. It's like somebody was working slave wages. You have Ace of Candles here. This is the burning bush. So I don't know if this came up in the reading, because so much is getting cut off these days, but there is a message here about a burning bush that I just kept repeating over and over and over, and might as well say it again, because I don't know if it even got recorded. But there's the thorn bush said to the trees, if you really want to anoint me king over you, come and take refuge in my shade. But if not, then let fire come out of the thorn bush and consume the cedars of Lebanon. And that is Judges 9 verse 15. So that could be very significant to your situation. And then, just because I'm not sure if it got recorded, you also have this verse here, rebuilding the temple, verse 7. Then they gave money to the masons and carpenters, and gave food and drink and oil to the people of Sidon and Tyre, so that they would bring cedar logs by sea from Lebanon to Joppa, as authorized by Cyrus, king of Persia. So it's kind of like you're part of the economy. That's what I'm getting. Like in the beginning of the trade, when people were swimming or sailing to China to pick up cloth, and then selling to India to pick up spices, and selling to all these other places to pick up all these sorts of things, and going back home to build this kingdom, this empire. That's why I feel like you're connected to that in some way when it comes to spirituality. Like you have something that people want, and that's just part of the business. That's how business works. It might even not even be something that you're doing purposely, but I feel like you are. Like everything that you're doing leads to this, because it's part of your business as well. You know what you're selling. You have Temperance. That's the patience. Temperance oftentimes represents patience, being balanced and having balance. So this is the patience paying off. The fact that you have patience is possibly what people want from you. And yeah, maybe it's like you have you're a safe space for people who are still trying and making mistakes, and they just need a moment to catch their breath and get back up, or whatever the case is with your energy. Your patience is paying off, because I feel like people are paying for it in a good way. So you have Two of Candles here. This is definitely something you prepare for, something you pray for. Yeah, your worth. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, that you have the ability to tend to people's needs. I know this is a Cancer reading, and that is a typical Cancer personality, but it's definitely showing up here in the cards. So let's get some more energy for this vibe here. For your Page of Grains, is pragmatic. Yeah, so what you're doing is just like, It's natural. It's all natural and it's normal, and it's just like it just makes sense for this to be the next step, whatever it is that you're doing. I definitely feel like patience is a big deal. I also see the word patience as being someone who is sickly and needing your attention in that way, medical attention or medical advice. You could be a doctor or a nurse or someone who just has a really sweet, genuine bedside manner, and it helps people to heal. Grains. Let's just clarify the king of grains here next to the page of grains. Someone who's investing in you. This could also be a business or a corporation that this page of grains is representing. Has excellence. Excellent. It's clarifying the page of, or the king of grains. So what's coming from that is this is a business and well standing. Like this person can definitely back up what he's saying, or however that works out. Like these guys are nowhere close to bankrupt or anything like that. They're doing very well. They could also have stocks, like stock exchange or something like that. And then a burning bush here, a money tree. Maybe it's your ability to save. You could just be saving souls in that case. I'm not sure where the connection from that just came from. Saving money, saving a bush. I don't know where that just came from. But if that's significant, let me know. More on the Ace of Candles. Or yeah, like holding your tongue or waiting a moment to speak. Could be saving. I'm not sure where that just came from. So Ace of Candles. Parsimonious miserly. Okay, so the burning of the bush, someone spending money frivolously, that's where the saving came from. You being able to save your money versus throwing it into the fire. That's might have been what you were around before, the slave-like energy of people who are just in shock that you would even offer a wage. They're like, yeah, I don't want to really imitate their energy, but it's just so niggardly, if I'm allowed to say that. That is a word. Okay. Parsimonious, miserly, very low level. Reliable here is clarifying your temperance. Oh, reliable here. Your patience, the patience that you have is reliable. People can rely on you to be patient. But it's something more coming from this word. Like the people that you take care of. You show up day in and day out for them. And I feel like you've already matured so much that it's not a problem. It's not anywhere close to being a problem that people rely on you. It's a very good thing. Because it's like, well, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad that you have someone reliable in your life, even as that person is me. Like, I'm glad there's someone here to take care of you. You don't have to worry. You see how the energy changes when you just say it must have been the wind and you don't focus on sickness. You focus on healing. That's what's happening. Two of Candles here. Selfish. So just like that, it is a battle going back and forth here, because if you give any attention to something negative, it's going to come out as being negative. So someone could have said you were selfish. They could have anticipated a selfish plan, but you're not. You're not selfish. If someone called you selfish in the past, they were being ridiculous, and they knew that they were being ridiculous, just trying to manipulate you and get you to do something that they wanted, and it didn't work. So that's fine, but we're going to keep moving forward. This is a change of clothes. Behold, I have taken your iniquity away from you, and I will clothe you with pure vestments. So this is like a new uniform for some people, changing jobs, or just, doing a job that actually values you. and, getting away from this person or this entity or corporation that is not giving you your chance to speak, or they're trying to silence you in some way. It says the voice is silenced. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You're inheriting the entire kingdom. You have a stake in this entire company, like you own stocks in the kingdom of heaven. That's the energy, the vibe that I'm getting from that. Let me just get a sip of water. Okay, so let's clarify this energy just a little bit more. Pragmatic. Page of Grains. I might have to get a new chair. This is the Tower card. There's something about the Tower and the Two of Candles that's significant, because it seems like whatever that company is falling down. It's going bankrupt. Or that old way of life, that life that you're leaving behind, is going bankrupt. And this is why you're moving on to the next thing. If you didn't know, that's what's happening. It's not working anymore. So, yeah. They're not going to get away with not paying you. You're going to be compensated in some way, shape, or form. The universe is going to balance itself out. Then you have Queen of Cups here and King of Cups coming out together. It's a new deck, but it's been shuffled very well. So that's very interesting that these two are coming out together. King and Queen together. Yeah. To clarify your King of Grains, I feel like it's a whole pyramid of support that you're about to see being manifested in your life. Yeah, it's a whole lot of wealth here in abundance. Also generational wealth. Then you have the Fool, the Chariot, and the Lovers. Those are three... These are three major arcanas coming out together. I feel like you went through so much, and it's so worth it at the end. Maybe even just to have whoever it was that was hating you in the dark come to the light and hate you just as hard. They don't realize the type of support you have nowadays, so they're just exposing themselves. But you're going to benefit from it in some way, and that's a beautiful thing. So let's get some more here, because the Lovers came up. I feel like it's a relationship that you have with your haters, loving your enemies. And like, it's not just because God tells you to do so, even though it kind of is just because God tells you to do so, but there's unseen rewards that's coming because you're obedient. Like, basically, he's telling you to do these things for a reason. He wants you to succeed and not to fail. So clarify the Tower card and the Queen of Cups. I feel like this King and Queen is together, possibly with this excellence. This is Ace of Earth, clarifying this Tower. It could be them falling to the ground, but it looks like a child. Like the old system is over, but there's a new one that's being built up, and is built up at this very moment being built up. A windfall of abundance, wise counsel, and good fortune. An exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. So you could be buying a home soon, or buying a new car soon, or just living in this wealthy, abundant energy that is like, it makes sense for you to do these things. Maybe there was something stopping you from doing this in the past. Like, you could have had the money before, but you were afraid to drive, or you bought a house that needed a lot of fixing up, but you didn't want to let go of that project. You could have left at any moment, but you didn't want to feel like you had quit on yourself or your team. Something like that feels like it's significant. Like, now it's just like, It's about the money, but it wasn't about the money really. But now you have the spiritual and emotional support to go with this money and spending this money, because before it could have been like you didn't know what to spend it on, and it almost came off like an addiction, just buying a bunch of stupid stuff. But now you know what you're interested in, and appropriate purchases that you can make that will be fulfilling to you, not just an addiction. So this king and queen, I feel like it's also connected to the king of grains. It's like a tower that's being formed here. Financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in family tree, passing on knowledge. So you have financial security here coming from this tower. This could be your family or a family you're marrying into, or just this soul tribe that you're building. And they could be looking at you like this ace of earth energy. Like they're investing in education, they're investing in your future. But even if this is someone who's not younger, like it's not necessarily college that you're going back to, but it's just getting back into the real world and not dealing with these shadow entities, getting back into real life, having real conversations and real relationships. That's where the wealth is, because all it takes is one good conversation with somebody who wants to work with you, and there's your job. It's not just a job anymore. It's not just you applying to a job and working a 9 to 5. It's having real conversations, real relationships, building real connections. So a lot of earth energy and earth pentacle energy. This is another pentacle card, represent money, coins. So 3 of earth, do what you love. So this is someone who is working on a sculpture here. You could be building yourself as well, but it's not just a job. This money in abundance is coming in because you love it and you work towards this. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors, being paid well for your craft, working well with others, and excellent reputation. So excellent is coming up again. Yeah, so with this fool here being right by this burning bush, it could have been you in the past or someone you were around, or just the energy of the environment where people just throw their money. They throw their money to the wind, whether the money is energy, resources, spirituality, thoughts, energy, attention. They just throw it all away. They don't value themselves, and they're in this full energy, perpetually in this full energy. So yeah, like you were surrounded by fools, but you picked it up. You picked up their feelings, you picked up their energy, that you picked up their attention, and you put it on something more positive. And that's why you're moving forward with this charity. Charity could be something that you're moving forward with. Maybe you're building a charity, but I'm reading the Chariot card. And yeah, so that's your patience. That's why your patience is so important, because it took a while to get here. And when you do something from experience, no one can take that away. I mean, unless somebody gets dementia, but we're not speaking that on anybody or claiming it. So you can forget what you want to forget, but I feel like this is something no one can really take away from you. Even a degree, back in the day, used to say they wouldn't take a degree away from you, or they can't take away your education. But there are ways to take a piece of paper away. Just like, oh, we forgot about that one little credit, so this isn't actually a degree anymore. Whatever. But if that happened to somebody, or if you don't actually finish and complete the program, none of those credits really mean anything. But when it comes to experience and somebody for real, you don't even have to have a degree. They can see you. They can read your spirit. This is the real world. The spirit world is the real world, and you did the work already. So you have 3 of water here coming out. This is a friendship. I feel like just by the way that those cards fell, these are people you can trust, and they're going to come into your life very quickly. They want to take you out for drinks. They want to go clubbing. They want to go out to lunch. Like, there's a lot happening with this group, and they love you. That's what I'm getting. Like, they love your energy. Ultimately, it was about this exchange here, and there's clearly something about them that you love as well. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money. Like, they're not paying you to hang out with them. It's just you love their energy too. It goes both ways. It's a mutual feeling. Now you having to constantly fight off attacks and ignore people because they're lunatics. It's real love. Wow. So you have four Pinnacle cards with this financial and abundance reading, because the title is picked in advance. Taking control of this energy, the good you do come back to you, an unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. Maybe you're paying off tuition, maybe you're paying off a new car, a mortgage, whatever the case is. Like, you got a brand new start. Some of y'all could be selling a house. This energy is flowing. So 1414 could be significant for you if you're seeing that number popping up. 1111, 222. I'm just going to stick with two cards this time. So we have the calm and creation. It says, I breathe, live, grow the light within me. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts. All fear dissipates, and I find peace in my being. Wow. And then it says, creation. I have the power to direct my life with a constructive attitude. I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmation action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. And I was just thinking that before even reading this card is to say, affirm. And this is literally an affirmation to affirm creativity in your life and build it up slowly by slowly. You're definitely getting there. If this is something you're resonating with, let me know in the comments what parts you're connecting to. Don't forget to like and subscribe if that's something you're interested in. I want to say, remember to like and subscribe. I don't want to be too negative where I don't have to be. It takes practice, one step at a time. Check out the playlist. The playlist is called, well, I've mentioned this so many times, so you get the gist. Okay, so let's just end it there. You could join my members only. Yeah, let's end it there, and I'll see you in the next one.